good story start. There lived a boy in Russia, and his name was Peter. Peter lived with his grandfather in the forest. He always warned his grandson to not wander through the dangerous forest and to beware of the wolf. Peter would just smile and tell his grandfather,
I'm not afraid of wolves.
One day, his grandfather left their cottage to go into town. While he was away, he reminded Peter to not leave home. Peter waited inside the cottage for a little while, but once he got bored, he set off into the woods. Can you go forward into the woods? He unknowingly left his cottage gate open, and their pet duck got out. The duck followed Peter into the forest and into a nearby lake where she began to swim. In the trees above Peter and the duck came a little bird who teased the duck.
You can't fly like me.
The duck just kept swimming and answered back,
You can't swim like me.
Peter listened to them for a while until he got the feeling they were being watched.
Uh-oh.
Through the trees, Peter could see something crawling on 4 paws, stalking them. He could hear something walking close, and Peter worried that it was the wolf. Peter raised his stick to protect himself just as the beast hopped out of the woods. It was a cat, not a wolf. Peter smiled at the cat and welcomed her to their circle of friends. Pretty soon, there was another animal that came walking by, and this time it was the wolf.
Oh no!
The cat, the bird, and Peter all climbed to the nearest tree. But the poor duck hadn't seen the wolf, and the wolf gobbled him up whole. Peter knew he had to do something, so he sent the bird to fly around the wolf's head to distract him. The wolf couldn't catch the bird flying in circles, and he didn't see Peter coming up behind him. Peter then lunged forward and tied the wolf to the nearest tree. He had caught the wolf. You catch the wolf, Peter? And pretend to try to tie it to a tree? Good job.
Hooray!
Nearby, there were some hunters who had heard the commotion, and they came running. They were surprised to see the wolf, who they had been tracking, tied to a tree. They grabbed the wolf, and they had a parade through the town with the bird, the cat, the hunters, the grandfather, the wolf, and Peter, all leading the way to the zoo, where the wolf spent the rest of his days. Oh, and don't worry about the duck. Once in the zoo, the wolf let the duck go free, and she waddled back home with Peter, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. All my actors, you want to get out? You did a great acting job today. Thank you for doing such a great job on our lines today. Now, next week our story will be